Oh, I do just love those telemarket beeps!
It's crazy, but I'm frightened by the sound.
Oh, okay, Robert, yes, we know you're coming, it's okay.
Hello, this is Robert Palmer, and you're listening to Stuart Ward on Radio FM AK.
Yeah! Starting a bit early there, Mr. Robert Palmer. Coming on the programme this afternoon on FM AK. Stuart Ward here, good afternoon, Stockholm. 3:15 Thursday afternoons. FM AK 88 MHz FM. This is the radio they don't write about in the newspapers, they don't talk about on the television. The program that just gives you good music radio. There's somebody else in the program or some other group in the program this afternoon.
Hello, this is the Shakin Pyramids, and like us, you're listening to Stuart Ward on Radio FM AK.
Yeah! The Shakin Pyramids, who were here in Stockholm yesterday evening. In the program as well this afternoon. A competition question coming up after the Hotshot in about half an hour's time. And then the telephone number to the studio will be 58 30 15 583015. Same number to which you call to give us your opinions about the new Radio FMK Hotshot, which we started with last weekend. That coming up after the interviews. 58 30 15 to the studio. Okay, just to please him and all the others who love reggae, peace and love, Third World.
Some for you with a little bit of love. Listen. How long will you find yourself before you find you? Yeah. There's no need to fight yourself, 'cause the truth is you, just you. Can my ancestors shed tears go down in vain? No, no, no. We got to wake up and live again and take our rightful claim. Come on, y'all. Peace and love. Tell the world about it. Carry us through. Everyone we need. Peace and love. It's gonna carry us through. Years and years and years ago, life was fun, like the rising of the sun. But now things have changed. People's lives have been rearranged. Yeah. Can my ancestors' tears go down in vain? No, no, no. We got to wake up and live again and take our rightful claim. Come on, woman. Peace and love. Whole wide world we talk about. Carry us through. Take us all the way to the Zion. Yeah. It's gonna carry us through. With a little bit of love. While the world is starving one another. With a little bit of love. Can't you give some to your sister and your brother? With a little bit of love. Oh, what we can do with a little bit of love. We've got so much work to do, yes. We're trying all along the way, yes. Peace and love is gonna carry us through. We're gonna meet the Father one beautiful day. Can my ancestors
Peace and love. Whoa. Third World. LP East Side, West Side. Peace and love reggae music on FMAK. Okay, boys and girls, strain your ears now because the Shakin Pyramids are from Scotland and they have a very special Scottish dialect and it might be difficult for you to understand them at first. So strain your ears to understand what the Shakin Pyramids, who are here yesterday evening, have to say.
The Shakin Pyramids were in Stockholm on Wednesday evening and we have some members of the Shakin Pyramids with us. Would you like to tell us your names, please?
Railroad Ken.
Preston Lanks.
I'm James G.
And David Duncan.
Hello. And where do you all come from?
We come from Greenock in Scotland, 3 of us, and Preston here is from Nashville, Tennessee.
Your music is, I should explain first of all, of course, rockabilly. And what is it that has attracted you to rockabilly music?
I think it's just something we grew up with, you know? We've always been playing it.
When you say grew up with, it's really music that's been associated mostly perhaps with the 50s.
My dad was into it, you know. He's an old rocker. He used to have records lying about, you know, and I used to listen to him. Couldn't help listening to him. So I grew up liking it, some of it.
From their LP Tennessee Rock and Roll, the Shakin Pyramids, all right, all night.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes out, I know a little you join the cats been talking about. Spreading the word, rockabilly's gonna be. Drank too much and it's on his head, but Jane, she don't wanna sleep when the stars are bright. Well, she's got wheels and we can cruise on out, and if that means all night, well, alright, alright, all night. Ain't you heard?
How long have you been playing together?
About 3-4 years. Not as the Shakin Pyramids, but we've all known each other for quite a while, so we've played quite a bit.
And have you been on tour like this abroad before?
Poland, yeah, we've done 2 weeks in Poland.
Yeah, we went to Poland on a 2-week tour about a month ago, and well, I mean, for a first sort of European tour, that was a strange place to go, a lot of people say, but I think it was most successful.
Is rockabilly popular in Poland?
Not at all.
I don't think they know what it is, really, no. Thought we're from outer space.
on FMAK. Shakin Pyramids, who were here yesterday evening in Stockholm. Also from their EP, Tennessee Rock and Roll, Muskrat.
You are basically buskers, I think. At least you started busking, and I think you still do some busking, even though you're professional musicians. Is that right?
Well, as I was saying earlier, I think we still do busk, but just it's on stage now, you know?
Yeah.
But I think if we had the chance, we'd go back to the streets again. It's just that we've been so busy lately, you know?
I think now that the summer is upon us, you'll see us out in the streets a lot more. At least I hope so.
Oh, I hope to see you out on the streets in Stockholm, perhaps.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid after the show tonight, we're going to Norway right away, first thing in the morning. So maybe in Norway, yes, but unfortunately not still.
Well, hopefully we'll be hearing more from the Shakin Pyramids in Sweden. Thanks for joining us on the programme.
Thank you.
Also from their EP, Too Nervous to Rock, the Shakin Pyramids.
This is the Shakin Pyramids, and like us, you're listening to Stuart Ward on Radio FMAK.
Yeah, the Shakin Pyramids, who are here yesterday evening in Stockholm, and that was their Too Nervous to Rock. Robert Palmer was here on Monday evening in Stockholm.
Robert Palmer, it was great to hear you this evening, and we must thank you for a great concert this Monday evening in Stockholm. Your road to success has been a long one, and you started relatively early in the music business. Would you like to, very briefly anyway, for our listeners, give us a brief resume of your background?
Okay, the sport at my school was rugby, a very heathen game that's played in the winter. And so, in order to avoid it, I used to feign diarrhea, or whatever came to mind, and I was discovered on the playing field, playing the harmonica, and joined a group. I suppose I was 15. And then I joined a sort of soul group when I was 20. It was called Alan Bown. It was a band with a couple of horns. And that lasted a couple of years. And then it was a style band, you know, so the style died and the band died with it. Then from an experimental point of view, I joined a sort of jazz band, and it was the first time I toured America. But the band was cumbersome and uneconomic, so it got pruned down to a rock group, Vinegar Joe, that was called.
From his LP Clues, Robert Palmer, Sulky Girl.
Call
composite titled Sulky Girl, Robert Palmer from his LP Clues. We met Robert Palmer when he was here on Monday evening at the Fun Fair Place we all know about in Stockholm. And just before that song, we asked him to explain his background a little bit, as a lot of us don't know what his background is. And he got as far as telling us that he joined the group Vinegar Joe in America, but there were some problems with that group.
The problem with that band was that they were more interested in the trappings of being in a group than the actual content of making a living by playing music. You know, they wanted to be stars. The two things can be very separate. So I'd started writing at that time and had a lot of songs and ideas that the group thought, well, it wasn't possible to put them into practice, basically. So I moved to America, where I'd always been a fan of the American rhythm sections from Tamla Motown and things like that. So I moved there and worked with American rhythm sections for the first 2-3 albums that I made, solo albums, and my success built up. And then I made, I think, 4 albums. And I started to get some hits in America, and things got better. And by this point, I was meeting musicians who were versatile rather than ones that were like existing famous for a particular style that I had to seek out, and started to be able to tailor the sound more personally. And then I had an album, the 5th album I made was called Secrets, which was very successful in America.
Whoops! What happened there, we say? Mr. Robert Palmer from his LP Clues. One of the big singles, one of his biggest hits in Europe, Johnny and Mary.
Johnny and Mary and Looking for Clues have certainly put you on the map anyway in Europe, haven't they?
Yeah. To a real surprising extent, where before, I think the 5 albums I made that sold about 1,000 copies, and then all of a sudden this new album goes gold.
I read that contributory factor, anyway, to the fact that you stayed in the United States, because you come from Britain, was that your London home got flooded. Was that a good omen, perhaps?
Yes, well, you can imagine once you settle somewhere, or you've been somewhere, to actually pick up everything and move is difficult. But the flood came at the same time as the release of my first solo album, which was very successful in America. At that time, more successful than anything I'd done before. So obviously, I just went where the work was, and when I got home during the flood, I opened the door. My living room was chest high in water, and a bottle of tequila floated out of the door. So I said, "See you, London. You know, get on the plane."
So you're one of the few people, in some ways, that was perhaps afterwards, with a bit of afterthought, happy that he had his home flooded.
Yes, a happy disaster.
Yeah.
Yes, fortunate.
Yeah, we all recognize this one, don't we? This big hit, it was very big in the FMK Top 10 last winter. His single, Looking for Clues, taken from the LP Clues, Robert Palmer.
It's crazy, but I'm frightened by the sound of the telephone. Oh yeah, I worry that the caller might have awful news. Oh my, who knows these days where enough the money goes. Oh yeah, no doubt we could put it to a better use. Oh my.
Clues, the title track, Looking for Clues, Robert Palmer. I talked to Robert Palmer a little bit about the fact that he's produced Desmond Decker's latest LP.
You've been working on your own LP, a new LP, which will be released in the autumn, perhaps?
Yeah, in August. It's called Maybe It's Live. Half of it was recorded in London in November, and the other side is 4 new tunes. And the live songs are sort of greatest hits, you know, but the live performances of them are a lot more vibrant than the recorded versions earlier. So also my idea was that, as far as I know, through Europe, people are mostly familiar with the new album. So even though it's older songs, the current audience won't have heard them before. You know.
Yeah, and where are you based now?
Nassau. I've lived there for the past 5 years. Yeah. I went there for a holiday and never left. You know.
A nice place to be.
Yeah, very nice.
We thank you, Robert Palmer, for coming to Stockholm today and for joining us on the programme as well.
My pleasure, thank you.
I think this one's out as a single, but it's taken from his LP anyway, Clues, Not a Second Time, Robert Palmer.
too soon. And now you wanna change your tune. Well, I do too. Yeah. You wanna try again. I got no reason to pretend.
Title, Not a Second Time. I think out as a single at the moment, taking the LP clues, Robert Palmer.
Hello, this is Robert Palmer, and you're listening to Stuart Ward on Radio FMAK.
Thank you, Robert. He was here Monday evening, as you know. Okay, boys, girls, and others, we want you to go to the studio now here at Silly Sir to FMAK to 58 30 15 58 3015, because if you haven't told us already, we want your opinions about the Radio FMAK Hotshot.
Radio FMAK Hotshot.
And if you haven't heard any FMAK programs during last weekend, you won't know that it's Kim Wald's LP, the new Radio FMAK Hotshot, the new Radio FMAK Tip for the Top. Give us your opinions about it, 58 30 15 58 3015 to the studio.
Let's get it down, there's a sound vaporizing vision. It's a sound in my head that I feel, and it shuts me in a prison. Say it won't last, say it will pass. Always a sound in my brain, can you hear it? Can you hear it? Water on glass, running down again, water on glass. This is our town, this is my place. This is where my whole world is lived in. Nothing much, and just out of reach of all the city lights. It's a high town, it's a low town. It's a get here, come and you grow town. No one does, but everyone thinks they're gonna make it soon. This was one place I respected. Now I feel it's really dejected. No one cares, and the people just stare as the man on the bike says, hey, don't bring your gun round here. Don't need you mouthing up your
the latest Radio FMAK Hotshot, the latest Radio FMAK tip for the top. The first LP from Miss Kim Wilde.
Hello, this is Kim Wilde. You're listening to Stuart Ward on Radio FMAK.
Thank you, Kim. Yes, we had her on the program when she was here in February, as you remember. Very successful and popular lady, Kim Wilde. Her latest LP, parts of the tracks there, some of the tracks put together to form the latest FMAK Hotshot. We want you to call to the studio, tell us what you think about it. 58 30 15 58 3015. We want your opinions about the latest FMAK Hotshot. That's the same telephone number. I hope you've made a note of it, boys and girls and everybody else. Because we want you to call it after the next record, because that's when we're going to have today's competition question on FMAK. Your music. And on Sunday in our program between 6 and 8 in Järva, 91 MHz FM, I'm hoping to have an interview with Midjur from Ultravox. He's here at the moment producing this group, Strasse. Here's their latest single anyway, Den Hotfulla Kärleken, The Threatening Love. Something good Swedish pop there. Swedish group Strasse, Den Hotfulla Kärleken, The Threatening Love. And as I say, Midjur of Ultravox fame is here at the moment producing them, and we're hoping to have an interview with him and some of Ultravox's music in our program in Järva, 6 to 8 Sunday evening, 91 MHz FM.
Radio FMAK, competition time.
Competition, you want some competition?
Yeah, you want some competition? Well, okay, we got some for you, kids. the question, and you, as soon as you got the right answer, you think you know the right answer, give it a call to the studio, 58 30 15 58 3015. Here to Silly Surder with the right answer. What do you think is the right answer? Well, as we had the Shakin Pyramids from Scotland with us today, you know, where they talk like that. You know, it's a broad brick, mean lick, nick, the nick, and a nick, nucky, nick, knock, nicky, lucky, knee. Well, anyway, less of that. They come from Scotland. All we want to know is, what's the capital city of Scotland? The first winner could win a record. The next two runners-up will win stickers. What's the capital city of Scotland? Give us that answer. 58 30 15 58 3015.
Now, back to the record.
And Shona Laing, Overboard. Sounds of Miss Shona Laing, her latest single, Overboard. FMAK broadcasting here Thursday afternoons 3:15 to 488 MHz FM. Saturdays 8:30 to 9:45 in Järva, 91 MHz FM. Saturdays 88 MHz FM in Stockholm, 11 to 12 through LSF 88, and Sundays 6 to 8, 91 MHz FM in Järva. And kids, what about this? What about this?
Nu har FMAK en extra sändningstid. Varje lördagkväll, 10:30 till 11:30 på kvällen. På Stockholms närradio, 88 MHz FM-bandet. Sommarspecial från FMAK.
What about that, kids? Yeah, we're hoping, as from this Saturday, on Saturdays 9:30 to 10:30 here in Stockholm, 88 MHz FM in Stockholm, a summer special from FMAK, just for your summer listening, pleasure and entertainment. Continuing this afternoon with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, The Waiting.
Yeah, 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 the way
you Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, The Waiting. Stuart Ward, thank you for listening. Don't forget, kids, if you want to support us so we can support you with this program and the extra we're hoping to have on Saturdays 9:30 to 10:30, 88 MHz FM, then you pay at least 20 kroner to our post-jar account 32727 / FMAK. And if you want to keep in touch with us,
keep in touch with FMAK by calling telephone number 61 62 00 61 6200.
That's right, and the winners today of the competition, congratulations, Lasse Home, you won yourself a record. Ulf Flodin and Göran Bertzelius, you won yourself stickers. You got the competition answer right. Of course, the capital of Scotland is Edinburgh.